My name is Emily Oandasan, and I am the testing coordinator and MTSS coach here at ʻEwa Makai Middle School on the island of Oahu in Hawaiʻi. Our population serves local families as well as military families in grades 6, 7, and 8. I'll start with the short term. It's an ongoing one, and it's really about transparency in rolling out the platform for all the stakeholders, our families, our students, our staff. One of my long-term goals is to see it implemented on a more consistent basis through its use in our advisory classes. Our students have daily advisory, so for 1 hour every day, those students have an advisory class that supports their academic and social emotional learning needs in that environment. So I'd like to see that utilized more, especially because our advisory teachers are not always the subject matter teachers. So they often feel sometimes that they can't help the students in specific areas of need. So I'd like to see that used a little bit more. The way I incorporated Tutor.com starting with last year was it was originally focused on the 8th grade students of our class. I also started to go right to the teachers, and I utilized our district memo that came from our district once the relationship had been established with Tutor.com to ensure that the stakeholders knew this was a vetted program that our district was interested in using. And then as the pilot went through and they saw the usage increase, it expanded to include 6th, 7th, and 8th graders by the end of last year. So my goal to get it, the transparency whole school, it made it a lot easier once it's expanded to the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students, because we had a lot of students who were in 8th grade and then they had younger kids, younger siblings in younger classes. So that was really helpful for me. And then I also collaborated with our principal and our leadership program here, which is teachers and out of classroom staff, to just make sure that people knew how we would utilize the data to continue supporting the program into this school year. As a result of the reports from Tutor.com being sent to my administration, they were like, "We're really using this program, Emily. Like, what? Tell us more about it." And they knew about it, but I think because the kids were using it so much, it really gave me a genuine and organic conversation starter with the teachers. So how what I did, and thanks to your program, I ran the data and I went through the students that had used it the most in the first quarter of this year. And I isolated what classes were they for, what subject matter. And then I looked at what teachers those students had. And I went directly to the instructors and I said, your students are using this platform to assist them with your subject matter. Can you tell me a little bit about how much you know about the program? Are they finding it on their own? Are you utilizing it as an instructional strategy in your class? And so that has been a very different integration into data usage, and again, returning to the transparency of the program within our campus. So now I have teachers requesting for me to go into their classrooms, both in their subject specific and their advisory, to kind of reintroduce or have conversations with the students about how to access the program. I've noticed that the data is showing that it's high in ELA usage right now, not as much in other subject matters, which again gives me another short and long-term goal to look at, because I think that that's where if the ELA teachers are seeing success with this program, then they're the frontliners. They're going to be able to say, hey, math teacher and my team, get on this program. It's really helping the kids be successful with me. So again, when we build partnerships with programs outside of our school, what makes it work on a campus is that the relationship continues to grow and meld according to the needs that we have. But it really begins with our wonderful teachers that we have in those classrooms and how their relationship with your program works. So I'm hoping that as we continue to build and kids start using it, we're going to get more and more teachers really interested in utilizing it as a regular instructional strategy, whether it be in their subject matter or in their advisory class. parents and grandparents here in Hawaii, we have multi-generational homes. And I went to school in the late 70s and early 80s. So every concept my kid is bringing home, it's not really something I'm understanding very well. And it can cause stress, with that relationship between caretaker and child when it comes to, you want them to be successful in the classroom, you want them to know what's going on. But when you don't have a relationship with that curricula the way you did back in the day, to just know that there's a program out there that has trained professionals that know that subject, it really helps take away that stress that sometimes happens as a parent or a caregiver, whether you're a grandparent or auntie taking care of a child. School becomes really important. And when you feel unable to support your child, that can be really defeating in your relationship with your child. So as a parent of a child of this age, to know that my child can access a class or access support for a class that they're really struggling with, and I don't have to take on the struggle, I can just be the supportive person that child needs for me to be. It's really, really wonderful to know that these types of services exist outside of the long school day that our kids go through, and that when they want to be successful and they want to be self-directed, challenged students, that they can look to someone or a tutorial or whatever they're going to be experiencing on your platform to help them be the best student that they can be.